But just before I go into it, I thought I should address one thing. You probably are going to ask about it. These people that have just decided that they want to attack me from all corners have suddenly found an interest in my association with the South African Jewish Board of Deputies. Interestingly, they are aware that I've been dealing with the South African Jewish Board of Deputies for the last 7 years. In fact, the highlight of that relationship was last year when the South African Jewish Board of Deputies awarded me the Shivas Award in honor of Chief Rabbi Harris. And there was no problem. Nobody complained about it. And they went yesterday and issued a statement, incidentally after one of them inquired in my office about what was I doing in Durban, but didn't bother to collect the information properly. I'm now being accused of having fundraised for Israel. Just an honest assessment of the event and an honest assessment of my invitation, which some of the people accusing me of that had access to, would have clearly clarified that the event had nothing to do with supporting Israel. The event was called to fundraise for an old age home in Durban. And they presented slides on the old age home, the current condition of the old age home, and testimonials from residents of the old age home, and indicated exactly what they wanted to do with the money, which was renovation at the center. But secondly, the invitation to the Power Protector was very clear, and we issued a media statement regarding that invitation, as we normally do. Clearly indicated that I will speak on the powers of the Power Protector, on the role of the Power Protector, and how can the public work with the Power Protector to protect the people. And that's all I spoke about. Now, the Constitution is very clear that the Power Protector must be accessible to all persons and communities. There is no provision in that Constitution to those who are attacking me that says no Jews allowed. There's no provision in the Constitution that says if you are a friend of Israel, the Power Protector must not be accessible to you. So good people, can we stop playing these games? It happens a lot when there's an investigation that people are not happy about, that people start lighting a fire behind my back. And we've seen people going to police stations accusing me of being a spy. I'm now being accused of being a supporter of Israel. For goodness sake. Firstly, I'm on record as supporting a two-state solution for Palestine. I'm on record as having spoken about the need for justice for everyone, for social justice in Palestine. I'm now being accused of endorsing what the Israeli ambassador said when he said it's important that Israel allows dialogue. What could be wrong with that statement? Because the ambassador was right, that the solution to the problems that we see in the Middle East and here in this country is dialogue, honest dialogue, and a commitment to social justice. And yes, I endorsed those views of the ambassador. I have no problems with Israel. If people have problems with Israel, that's their constitutional right to have. For me, all I'm interested in is justice for all, a peaceful world. That includes a peaceful world and a just world for both Palestinians and Israelis. We all have a right to have a particular view of the world, but please, good people, don't impose it on me. not as a public protector, not as a person, because as a public protector, I am required to take a neutral stand. I can't have a sign on this building that says no Jews allowed, no friends of Israel allowed. However, I need to clear that because the schizophrenia that is taking place around all manner of accusations is trying to really distract me and my team from our work. Well, let those who are responsible know that we will not be distracted. We can't be distracted. We are employed to do our work. And our work we will continue to do without fear, favor, or prejudice. Lastly, if anyone is worried about anything, whoever you are, I give you my word. If you didn't do anything wrong, the report will vindicate you, whichever report you are concerned about. If you didn't do anything wrong, the report will vindicate you. It will be an open and transparent report like others that just talks about what really happened, what should have happened, is there a discrepancy, and if there's a discrepancy, is it material enough to constitute improper conduct? And if so, what are we going to do about it? So please, good people, just calm down. Let's stop with the childish chaos. That's their opinion, and I disagree with them. I may disagree with some of the things that, let's say, the Botswana government does. For example, I don't agree with the death penalty in Botswana, but I have been to Botswana, and I have applauded the actions of the Botswana government on the things that the government does right. But my opinion on the death penalty is my personal opinion, and it's not fair to impose it on anyone else. I'm just using Botswana as an example. I could choose any country about things that I may not disagree with and things that I agree with. I do want to state categorically that I have no animosity towards Israel or any country. I do believe in a two-state solution between Israel and Palestine. I do believe that both the people of Israel and the people of Palestine deserve a decent life. They deserve to have their statehood acknowledged. They deserve to have their human rights and humanitarian law protected. If these people were really interested in my views on this matter, I have given various speeches on this matter, including on just issues of observance of what I refer to as humanitarian law. You may want to check my speech, which was given at the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy in Germany last year, where I dealt with these issues. People who are attacking for the convenience of attacking, to be fair, I don't think this thing has anything to do with Israel. I said so when somebody from the South African Jewish Board of Deputies approached me to apologize about dragging me to this. And my response to Mary Klug was, I'm the one who was apologizing to you because you're being hit in the crossfire. I believe this has nothing to do with Israel. I think this is just an attack that is being unleashed on me in this office.